Oh, hello, hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday. Chris, today we're continuing our web dev for beginners from Microsoft Curricula. Work on this. It is Friday, January 27th, lesson 19. 4. I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to make a submission and say this is too much of a dive. I mean, we go from some easy stuff, like it was really easy with the background extinction. This game, and I feel like somebody please let me know, if I'm off base, but I feel like this game is too much, too early, too fast. I mean, I get it. I think they're trying to do it so it appeals to that original Space Invaders game. I think that's the whole value of it. Hey, it's just like Space Invaders. Space Invaders, your third week in coding, or fourth week, whatever. But that's a lot. I mean, I haven't done anything like this. Well, not to say I haven't done anything like this, but I've only worked on advanced projects like that. You're instantiating classes, ending the classes. Classes are like, I mean, they even had a form of state, like passed it up and thing was in caps with constants. That's a lot. So yeah, if you're hanging in there, it's because we're doing this quick. We're trying to do it 30 minutes a day every day, and then spending 30 minutes a day on our site coding curricula. Maybe I'm doing it too fast, but this is it's a good crash course to JavaScript, and I think so far that the lesson that we've been learning is about like navigating the directory, finding where we need, spinning it up, learning about Webpack and making changes to files and files. I think that's the best lesson here. But I don't know about so much of hey like code. A whole lot, and it interconnects all in one big long giant file. That's also another thing you wouldn't do on a any other project. Have it deconstructed into your index.js, which would have many directory pages, components, or utility assets, and all of these different directories. They're just making one very big long app.js. It's hard to navigate. Okay, we digress. That's where we're at so far. Let's get through this, and then we can talk about some regular. Well, I want to talk about regular, but more pedestrian HTML and HTML web development topics. Because again, like the animations and the CSS, it's nuanced. Not every developer's gonna. Well, that's true with so many things. So lesson 19, it's keep score. So we're updating our logs like we try to do every day, and we're gonna do our keeping score lecture, some home page, and what do we want to do to our home page? We definitely want to fix this. It looks good. This section, the current projects and the upcoming projects component, we call it, and it looks good on a tablet, and it looks okay on mobile, right? Okay, on mobile, but on desktop, not so hot. It still lines up, so we need to get it to where it spans this whole row. And once it spans this whole row, then it'll look a whole lot better. Uh, okay. What else we got that we can make that note? Page, desktop, projects, component, and whole component. Um, what did we have from some? All of these. last time. That's a good way of handling. Come up with ideas. We just kind of type in what we accomplish, and then check off, move down. I feel like we've accomplished a lot. You look. So yeah, commit update logs. Call it fry. Yay. Update logs. Push. .com. Hop over to lesson 19. 19. Talking about keeping off with our lecture quiz. So, how do you draw text on a screen using Canvas element? Question. We haven't covered any of that. So, place text inside a div or span element. That's not true. It's not that one. Because whenever we a Canvas element, you have to like an HTML element attribute. So, call draw text. Okay, that seems likely, but I mean, maybe not. And then call fill text on the context object. So it could be draw text or fill text. I want to say fill text. That's more specific, and we've like a fill rectangle. Or I'm leaning towards fill text. Yes. All right, fill text. Um, why do you have the concept of lives? It's a pretty meta question. To show how much damage you can take, so that the game doesn't always end straight away, but you have n number of chances the game is over. Yeah. Uh, you couldn't have given me a third funnier one? Okay. Add color to text on canvas using fill color, fill style, text align. Talking about color, let's rule out text align. I don't think it's fill color because nothing in programming. Fill style, yeah, and then you could maybe give it other style attributes, actually like CSS, HTML, and follow that kind of syntax style. Yeah, cool. Okay, no whammies on that one. Good to know. Let's build a space game scoring in part 5. So let's talk about how to draw text on the screen. To be able to display a game score on the screen, you'll need to know how to place text on the screen. Answers you fill text. So below is some code drawing some text on the thread. I want to experiment with this because I'm not having so much fun actually. What do you call it? Following theirs. Draw something. Have to be a space game. Well, right. Have a div with 90 canvas, right? Uh, up. Five, sir. Perfect. There it is. Opening. Let's just make. And then inside of the body, we can actually, instead of making a whole nother thing, grab, write some script in here. Grab the canvas element, context, draw a rectangle. We know it's working. Cool. And what's it want us to do? It wants us to write something. Or write a hello world message. Red line to right. Text font, size, and the font style, color, red, alignment, green. Notice it's at the bottom two. Right, but if 0, 0. Okay, so let's add the following to your game. Game score and your life. So let's locate this correct directory for all right. So now it wants to open up. Still in 6 space game. Work through the introduction, moving element section. No, we're in the keeping. 5. The see it right here. Navigate. 6. Tab to fill it in. 5 for keep. Tab to fill. Y for your enter. Type in start. Opens it up on these servers. This is more advanced than the we need to make a replay for an issue. This. How many thousands of people have supposedly gone through this curriculum? Nobody's noticed that the work was wrong, and there's no collision here? What happened to my collision, guys? Only in the front? No? There it is. Now, so whenever the enemy ship is destroyed, I feel like it's wrong. Should I have some collision? Because I can collide with you. It will collide with me. No collision on the player. I had it last time. And your ship should have 3 lives. Let's, instead of just starting this up, because this can be confused with all of this on. Let's type in code, period, up our own via code window. program ads get long, guys. As long as 206. Ellis stuff. Block other good nodes here. Great nodes. Cool little extinction I have on my system called Netlify. Separate some, or you highlight it and immediately gives you documentation code highlighted. Document what's happening with the code. And if you ask me, it should be like this. I mean, if you're going to give us nearly 300 lines of code, correction. Copy over the assets needed from the kind of lame too. Like I'm supposed to copy out. No, it comes with that. Wrong too. Open source issue, life asset already present. I'll make example doesn't include collision. All right, so we already have the life image. They want us to or add a file. Go on load. File. Top. Add this. I think I got that right. Pretty confident on. And add the life image to the list of assets section. After the other image. And add variable that represent total score and lives. Ladies. Add code that represents total score, lives left. Start. Kind of. Oh, because we already learned about how to write. So add variable. Same place that we draw. Tip, right? Already have everything. Create the lives. Okay. Add code that live left. Draw. Drawing the back. Do we actually draw the yeah, Right here, texture, constant image. That's actually uh drawing. Draw this. Different object. Actually, draw the background. On a knit game, total score. And why don't we make a function called score? How about that? Call it show. Score. Writing on white. Because if it's going to draw my hero, do I need to push it? I push. So extend the game object. Update the game. Update the game objects. Game objects handle skipped ahead in the code. Laser. Add life. All the all these values. Life. Draw text. Then add method under update object. Let the following game add these. I'm thoroughly lost. Like he, this thing is a monstrosity of like 400 code, and I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna make a much simpler game. I'm at that for their reviewing pleasure, because I think this is way out of the ballpark of somebody who should code, unless you want to give headaches, nightmares about it. The code is complete. Can you envision your next steps? Yeah, like I said, nightmares about code. What's a fun way to show how many lives a player has left? Number of ships or a point system? How do you center text in the middle of the screen using canvas element? Flexbox, no box. You instruct the text to be drawn at the x coordinate of the client when at the width. At the width. No, but set the text align property to the value center. I think that's it. Because whenever you first instantiate canvas, you give it a height and a width. So by default, it's going to know what that middle is. So say the last one. All right. Encode deduct a life like this. Life minus minus. Where you would take it and subtract it from itself. Decrement. Okay, cool. Got one of them right. Very good. Assignment, building a scoring game. We will. And we're going to submit it. What are some free gaming resources? I've been looking at. I really like this itch.io. Got some came across my path today. All of them cost money. Oh, is there anything for JavaScript? JavaScript Zelda browser? Oh, cool. Can do some of this. Platform. Yeah. That in our post time. What do we got to do? We want to fix it. Well, let's get going on that. Frustrate. Portion. Far too long. I think web dev, or I'm sorry, I think game development's supposed to be fun. Like that kind of got the fun sucked out of it. So, and the first change I know we need to make is fix up these. Let's maybe even fix up asset while we're at it. Assets, open file explorer. This one, proper amount of pixels. Tell me, right amount. 1280 by 720. 1280. Make this. How many? 100 by 400. that size. Okay. 1280. Go to our project, right? Project. And we want Odin image not be this. Need to find a way to make column row. What happens if we bump in auto row? Or even give the row like an large expansion on it. That way the row, whenever it's in desktop, make the row large, and then if it has to collapse, okay. Now, the image looks a little, uh, but help it on. Try asking row that install full with desktop ask gods. Okay. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, no, I don't like it like that. But on because we're messing with it, our CSS, are we the cause of this? Oh, yep. See, that was the problem. That was indeed the problem. Now it looks. Even got a little bit of sim. I want to put it in cards. Are we doing cards? Yeah, like that. That's what I had in mind. Add, clear up this code right there. This. Talk about this. That down. We're currently working on a project called Web Dev for comma a free and open source MIT license started web development. Nicely. And the image alt tag, alt tag, Microsoft Web Dev Odin project. Yeah, they should whenever we click on them. Project. Ref. Why can't first? Pretty good. No. Apps. Last current project. All that. Oh, it's because it has that looks good. Tablet, pretty good. Have it class of projects in our mobile meet query project. Project column. Isolate that by background color red. Yeah, we've got them. Okay. So of them, what if we make them width 100? Fall in line. Ask. Have a contact. Okay. That. What else you got for me? Contact form. Text area. Whatever here. You don't want to work on contact. We're working on projects. Page. Didn't do it. Isolate a little bit more. Last name. License. That's the problem, right? Content. Solving some problems for us. It's also making project column. I as well just write inline styles. Project column. Called it one. Took up a little. We're all in the same. Like that. Where are we? Maybe that's what we need is instantiate some customized breakpoints. Look up the documentation for that. React, wrap, breakpoint. All class. Got to make these available. Wrap. Custom breakpoints. Wrap your application. Well, I guess it was just a matter of time before we talk about. So they're talking about going all the way up to the index, top level, where we imported our bootstrap, so it's available throughout the entire app anyway. Now we need import provider from act that. Put it on the router. We could put it in. Let's put it provider all these breakpoints. Copy. Broke. Okay. So now should be able to use breakpoint. Excel and Excel happens. Content. Uh, Now let's breakpoint. Row or column. Parse. Right. XX. Okay. That like that. Then now no longer next to one another. Going down. This is helpful. Select it again. Yeah. Because we just had to set one of those columns very large. And go extra small. Small. And it's small, then we're small, we're good. Tablet is small like that too. I like that. Large. Okay, cool. So we set up a theme provider for our application, and that's good. That means I won't have to. You've heard me struggle and whine about these breakpoints, and you're really not supposed to do that. Like whenever you're using Bootstrap, all of this custom CSS, more or less a note. You're supposed to use Bootstrap as much as possible because you've already loaded it in the application. Why aren't you using it? Right? Well, it's because I'm lazy and it's based on CSS anyways, so it's easier to just isolate the element. But now that we have breakpoints brought in as a provider, and we're going to be doing other things with the provider later on. That way, this looks a whole lot better than white and primary button. We're keeping it as basic as possible, also being kind of well. Um, we'll grow whenever we figure out a theme that we want to. Hey, that was a win right there. So we've got this about us. Go down here to our current project and our upcoming project, and later on we'll replace that with like a sliding canvas or mobile look. Good. That's what I wanted right there. Our project. Excellent. What else did we have to do? We also wanted a dev form validation. Talk about selling into product. Form validation. So form validation. What do I mean by form validation? I want whenever we go to this contact page, like right now, it'll take almost anything better than it. You're really amazing. And maybe we'll even take the time to add that button that like um that's nice to cut down on some spam. I'm not getting any yet, but it may come. So let's do some form control. Ask React Trap form control. What I'm including package. Hook text area, text controls. Take a look at our input. with it. Form group. Form basic. Form group. Got it. Got form. Our AI generator. Okay. Cool. We can strike that one off the list. What else do we have? Selling a product. Ooh, maybe a little ahead of our time. You OG. Not elite. Time for all that. What we should probably do. Let's do this. Work on this because right now the blogs look pretty bad because we should have an image right here. We have like a feature for our blog. So let's go ahead and put that in. We can use any random asset that we already have available, just so we know that what it's going to look like in the future right now, and how we're going to do it. Pivot back to our blogs. Our icon. So import icon from asset pocket. Up asset. Give me a drop down of everything. Home icon. Home tag banner. Fine. Tag. And then cards. Card dot img. There we go. Okay. Because later on we're gonna have these, and each will have a feature. Whenever you think of like going and visiting YouTube, every YouTube or a lot of blog posts have features, especially if you share links and things like that. You need to have some sort of feature in. And we should also make cards, give them some style, where it's a minimum width. I don't know. Gonna pick. And that. Oh, also have not in a container. Are you not fresh logs? But we can be better than that. Much 20, not zero. Why is it not set? Column style. Item. You get the idea. That too. Many different cards are kind of flipped. All right, that's a step in the right direction. Better or worse? Step in the it's a step in a direction because we're continuing to develop out this. It's going to be fun whenever the blog posts start coming out, and want a more rectangle. How are we doing? What happens if we breakpoint column? Good. A lot easier. Happens. I'd still want to give them a width that makes them look more horizontal, like an rectangle down. Okay, cool. What else we got? OG product gets up. Want that yet? Or we start a section right in here? Yeah, mailing list section. Component that we could add here and also to the about page. Kept it. Component. Sign up. JS. React function component at our home page right here. Sign up for that. Sign up. Sign up component. Below our hero section. And we'll go ahead and just start that. Not going to have time to finish. But the way it's going to work would be something like we go all the way across the screen. It would have an opportunity to put there, sign up. And then we would have that connected probably a MailChimp. Or maybe we could make our own server that ourselves if we. But we'll probably start with MailChimp. It's an API point and adds them to a digital manage our own like sort of cloud server. Just go ahead and hide that for now. And take a look because all we've got left of this, not of this course, but of this game section, the ending condition. What because so far we've seen it like you can keep playing the game where laser you run out of lives and the game's still going. We need the game to end, ending and restarting the game. Actual controls on that and programming before getting into these. And I think this will be like as a web developer, if you choose to be a web developer path, then a banking app probably go far more in line with the types of things on a day where you'll have some templates that you fill in, some routes you establish, data that you gather from forms, and the ever important state management. Yeah, okay. And then I'd love to hear from you in the crowd if you want to keep working on things like machine learning for beginners, IoT for beginners, data science for beginners, AI for beginners. I think that'd be a lot of cool for us to work. Um, yeah, especially as somebody who coming into like what is, and at least I have a background in web development. That stuff I'm kind of looking at like, wait, what? So yeah, we need communities. How we get through it. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you next week. Everybody have a great weekend. So much. Happy Friday. Bye bye.